Hello and welcome to another episode of the Classical Republican Book Review. Today we're going to be talking about the introduction to On the People's Terms, 2004 by Philip Pettit. Yes, Philip Pettit. So excited. The undertitle is called A Republican Theory and Model of Democracy. So the introduction is called The Republic, Old and New. And of course, he talks about non-domination, the mixed constitution, and a contestatory citizenry. Have you heard that before? So that's the virtue to track and contest public policies and initiatives by the citizens. He talks about liberal and communitarian opposition to non-domination. He talks about Rousseau and Rousseau's turn from the Italian Atlantic tradition in his rejection of the mixed regime. There's a quote here on page 14. The rejection of the mixed constitution in favor of a popular majoritarian sovereign led Rousseau to reject also the contestatory role that was given to citizens under traditional republicanism, end quote. In Pettit's opinion, Rousseau is still a Republican. However, he is divergent from the Italian Atlantic tradition, and his thought is more accepted, ironically, by liberals. And then we get into some theory here. We got reflective equilibrium, so that's where you contrast and you have to have context. So he gives the example, the citizen who can vote, who's allowed to vote legally, but is confined to bed, so physically can't go and vote. So, and this is barring an absentee ballot. So you ask the question: is this person free? Compared to a non-citizen, you would say yes. Well, they have the right to vote, and that non-citizen doesn't have the right to vote. So the person, even though they're confined to bed, has more freedom than the non-citizen. But compared to another citizen who is active and able to go and vote, you might say, no, they're not. They're not free. So he discusses the rise of anti-republican democracy, then goes on to the topic of justice and democracy. And he argues that if you had to choose between the two, justice or democracy, a democratic regime is better because, going back to non-domination, quote, public domination has costs that run deeper than those of private dominations alone. And that's the end of the introduction. Really excited about this book. And until next time, long live the Republic.